Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Timberborn Turbo Beavers. If you are new to this series and don't know why is he calling it the Turbo Beavers, it's named after a Canadian-built float plane that was called the Turbo Beaver, or the de Havilland-8 2, I believe it was, or something like that, or de Havilland-2. So, anyways, that's kind of the reason why we are doing that. So today we are going to start the road to underground farming, which I'm pretty excited for. I have migrated the save to update 7. Which I believe the full release is just around the corner. Now, I was looking at some good places to put an underground farm, and basically what happens is if you dig down deep enough, you can kind of go under a layer, and then you still have some irrigated land. And yeah, so I think we'll probably try and put one somewhere underneath here, because we're going to have all this free space here. Now, as I was doing this, you notice water source here. Great. Water source over here. No one. Badwater source here. However, I do not know if between moving it from update 6 to update 7, we have a water source that is located all the way down here. And that is going to destroy us if there's a bad tide because we have no diversion set up for it. We don't have dynamite, and I'm just going to pause because I don't want it to come. Yeah, we have no dynamite, and there's no real good place to divert this to that wouldn't kind of destroy our colonies. So, big focus for today is going to be making sure we get that out of the way and then heading over to our metal production. So we need to first of all make sure that we have enough builder beavers here. So that's going to be priority number 1. I'm going to go ahead and pause this fermenter, and we're going to have that kind of be focused to down here instead. And as well, I think, yeah, that's going to be good for that. So unpause. Actually, one other thing first. We're going to fix this water disaster by, or this power disaster by fixing the flow of water through these water wheels here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab some levees, and we're going to basically kind of accelerate the water through. Now, it's not going to be able to flow through this area anymore, so we'll just block that there, and then we'll place another set of levees right here. And basically what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take this to about there, I believe, and then we'll fit probably the 2 compact water wheels in here. Oh, the path's in the way. I was like, what is happening? Why is that not letting me do that? Yeah, so we'll get this path out of the way. And yeah, so we'll get the power compact wheels here. And then eventually what we're actually going to do is this will generate quite a bit of power. We're going to need metal for this plan as well, so we really need to get the smelter unlocked. And I think it's going to fit here pretty good, but the smelter is 300 science, so we're going to have to wait a little bit. But in the meantime, what I think we are going to do is we'll place some platforms. And I guess we'll just do some 2 high ones for now there, and then some... Oh, I guess I could have fit another double there. I'll take that one out. But yeah, what we want to do is get a smelter in here ASAP, because we're going to need some impermeable floors, and we're also going to need... what else was the other thing that we needed? We're going to need overhangs, and we're also going to need some sluice gates to try and... Basically, we're going to cap off that water source. That's probably going to be our only sort of solution there. So to get these power wheels connected, what we will do is we'll put a 3-way there, power shaft turn the right way here. I'm rushing a little bit because I'm nervous about getting this all done before we have a bad tide, but we'll get those in place there as well. I'm just going to pause them for now because we won't need those built quite right away, and then we'll unpause the game now. We don't need pause, and we'll add a stair. Well, actually what we can do is take that out, we'll have access there, and then we'll just build some water storage over here on this side real quick. We're going to keep our population going. We've got quite a few breeding pods right now. We've got 5 running. That's going to bring our population up quite high. I'm actually going to find one that is either not quite done. I think we're going to pause that one because we don't quite need that many beavers, but we definitely need more. Pause that job there. And I'm just going to unpause the scientist hut so that they're there and ready to go when we have the beavers for them. If we come into our jobs here real quick, we'll just come down to the inventors and we'll just make sure that they are low priority for now. And that should help us out quite a bit. We are going to need planks, so I'm going to go ahead and get the planker going again as well. And then once that drought starts, we'll have a couple spare workers, at least for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pause that lumberjack flag there as well. And I think for now we're good on berries, so we'll pause the gatherer flag there and the one down here for now. And that should kind of balance out our workers for the most part. But yeah, so what we're going to need basically is to let this run for a little bit longer. And then, yeah, we're going to need some science basically to unlock everything that we need. Mostly it's going to be the smelter is going to be, I think, top priority in here, but also the sluice gates. But yeah, we're going to kind of have to see if we can maybe, let's actually unpause this one. And then let's see if we can maybe sneak in another inventor hut or so. Not going to be the prettiest setup, but yeah, maybe just we'll have one there, and once maybe that one's collected, we could have another one. But we'll place that down there. It's not going to be a huge priority, but again, once we're going to need the science, so we'll get that hooked up to there for now. I guess eventually we'll have to wait for this oak to grow bigger, which will be soon anyways, as it is. So yeah, did not know that was there. I don't know, again, if that was added in between updates or not, but out of power at the moment, so let's go ahead and just pause everything else. We'll pause our water pumps because this drought is quite long, so we're definitely going to have to wait on that. But that should get all our science going, and we have a few unemployed beavers, so I think we'll need some wood. Look at that gatherer flag out there again. And then yeah, basically waiting for the science to come in. I would like triple platforms as well, because this is quite deep, so yeah, I think that's gonna help us as well. What is the science for 200? So we'll have that here in just a moment, and then we can start getting them working on this as well. Of course, they're all gonna go to bed first, but let's see. Well, they need to come across here, so let's add I think I'm just gonna need the triple, to be honest. It's gonna be the biggest cost saving there. I don't want to use up too many of our precious resources, and we're a little light on the planks, obviously, because we're in the drought and we have no power. So I would love to build like a power wheel or something, but you know, we just don't have the space or the logs to really do one of the one of those power wheels. They're like 100 logs, and you know, you need a lot of space for it, and the theme of this map has been space constraints, so that's going the wrong way. We'll get that down to about there. We also do conveniently have the ladder mod, so we can sort of work our way up to maybe this path here as well, once that's kind of fully connected. But yeah, that's going to take some time as well. And then I think we'll put a couple ladders there as well, just so they have space to get over here to build. So we'll get that up to there. And that should almost be fully grown. So yeah, we'll let that we'll let that live. So if we come down to our paths and structures triple platform, I think actually what we will need to do is we'll need a couple levees. So if we put levees up to about there, and then we'll put the sluice gate. Maybe we'll go up one more. So the sluice gate will go there. We just don't have the signs for it yet. And then in terms of the platform, so we'll put a triple there, and basically almost everywhere that we can. And I think up to there. It takes a lot of resources, which is really frustrating, but we'll put a double there. We'll do singles. This is basically all I can really sort of manage. And then I think for the overhang, let's see, we could do, I can't put one over the water source, but we could put Oh, I wonder if actually, you know what? There is an easier way to build this for sure. I just realized that. Okay, so we'll put in triple double. Take all this out. Sorry for your ears. That out as well. And as have I done this wrong again? Yeah, so that can go. That just needs a single up to there. And then take that off. And same thing here. We don't need all these. And I think, is it a triple? Yeah. So what we can do is we can put the triples here. We can put 3x1 overhangs across here. Those are a bit expensive on the science, but again, I think we have some time, and then it should hopefully save us a little bit of resources. So that's only 10 logs, 10 planks, and 4 metal blocks, or sorry, 15, 15, and 6, which is a lot less than putting 3 of these in a row. That's 30 just alone there. So we'll have our builders basically have that all queued up for when it's needed. But yeah, I think our other focus will just probably be getting on the food that can start harvesting. So let's go ahead and prioritize harvesting there. Do we have storage for regular cassava? I don't think so. That's fermented and kohlrabi's, and that is also kohlrabi. We'll make that gears for a little bit later. That is logs. So we're gonna need some more storage eventually. This farmhouse can hold 50, so that might be okay for the time being. But yeah, our builders are hard at work getting this done. And it looks like this should be almost nearly there, and then we basically just need this and that done. They should be able to build across, so hopefully they don't, you know, get themselves stuck or or whatever. I think I should have probably prioritized this a little higher, but anyways, let's just see paths wise. We can connect that to there, and then I guess they can also oh, that tree is gone. Perfect. So we'll get that there. I'm gonna pause this forester, and maybe we'll just get some trees planted, because we are obviously going to need more wood down the road, so I don't want to get behind on anything. So we'll just kind of surround this with some oaks. They might not be able to reach that one there, but anyways, let's take that out because we won't really need that. Then we'll put an oak there as well. And yeah, that basically kind of gets everything going that we need. We've got 3 days left in this drought. So eventually we need to get over to Badwater as well. But yeah, it's just really the problem is we're just kind of hung up on science right now. So actually what I might do is I'm going to prioritize the scientist huts, because those just take logs. Those will get done real quick. And then we can get some of our other beavers working in those. And yeah, eventually they'll probably pick those up. I don't know if we have any plank storage. So maybe let's see if we can get small industrial piles somewhere, maybe even just right here for now, and we'll put planks in there just so they can pick them up and put them somewhere. It might be useful to have some sort of storage up here as well. This path here is not connected, so let's just kind of clean that up as well. I don't know if that berry bush grew over there or something, but yeah, they have all these cassava still to pull out of the ground as well. But they might, this farm, it's almost full, so let's see. We could probably squeeze in a small warehouse somewhere for some of those, even just maybe right there. Seems how this empty, so let's go ahead and put some cassavas there just so we have that, and we'll plant a set of cassavas there as well. And looks like our power thing is almost done here, which is good. So now we just need to get all the power connected to each other. I want them also to pick this up, but I have a feeling we're a little light on storage. Yeah, no storage space available. So yeah, we probably won't need both these wheels right away, so we might just leave that until they can pick that up. But as soon as our water comes back in 1.4 days here, we should be good to go. Science-wise, okay, we're up to 400. So what are we gonna need the most? I mean, we need sluices, but I think the smelter is gonna be next. So that only takes 300. So let's get that unlocked. So that can be put into the building queue. And I guess I didn't need all those platforms there. So go ahead and put that down. I guess I can just go ahead and delete it all. And I might just pause that for a second so they can grab those planks. That's interesting. I don't know what happened there. I guess it's a happy accident, I guess, is, you know, sort of miscalculated a little bit, but anyways, I don't know if I want to block that power, but we could put that there, and then we'll put a small pile here for metal blocks so that can get going right away. Do they have space to pick this up? Is the real question. I'm hoping they can reach it from above. They usually can. But if we have to wait, we will have to wait. We're running a little low on water, but it looks like, yeah, our water is about to come back, which is good. Beaver-wise, yeah, we're still waiting on... still need some more beavers, so let's get the water pumps unpaused. It'll take a couple of scientists away, but hopefully we'll have some beavers that grow up in the meantime. But you see this water should start to kind of dial up here pretty fast as the water starts to come through. I think they were putting out about 70, and yeah, you can see it's really starting to accelerate quite good. So this will fix a lot of our power issues over here as well. Holy, it's still going. See where it peaks. It might surge a bit and then drop. But yeah, definitely going to work a lot better there. So looks like they're picking up the planks, which is good. That'll get things being built. I think what I want to do is make sure that this is kind of top priority. I guess this as well, and then everything in here also is high priority because I don't want to be caught with caught with a bad tide coming. Science 240, so we can't get the sluices yet, but impermeable floors is 200, so well, we also need the overhang. Well, I'm gonna have to try and not get distracted by this in the background and just kind of keep moving forward. So let's get this smelter going. Let's get this fermenter going because we've got 137 cassavas to ferment. What else? Yeah, we're kind of lacking some workers right now, so our scientist huts are probably not as busy anymore. And we also need to get some planks going again, so unfortunately we just might have to lose out on the science. We have at least one scientist hut going. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some more beavers as time progresses. If we have to, we can always shift the plan and put down the platforms instead, but I'm hoping to try and avoid that. Let's just see if we have any where we can free up some jobs. We don't need this forester. We could take down one of these. There's no trees here for you to really cut down except for one in this corner, so let's pause that. And I think just two working as in the lumberjack should be fine. So that should at least get some more science going for us again. And yeah, fermenting is going good. We've got the cassavas right there. The fermented ones, they do kind of have to go a little far for that poor beaver. So I'm just wondering, I would really like some haulers if I'm honest, but I don't think, we don't have the population to have some haulers yet. So I just don't know. They got a really far distance to go. Oh, we could actually probably fit at least a little warehouse right there. And I don't even think, we don't need these lumberjack legs here anymore. So let's put in a couple small warehouses, and we'll put fermented cassavas in here. And then, yeah, we'll see. At least we can maybe set these as supply. I mean, again, we don't have haulers, so they're not really gonna do supplying, quote unquote, but also higher prioritize that as well. That is basically making our worker beavers very busy, but yeah, I think we have a lot we need them to get done. Once this staircase is in, they should be able to start building some of this, even though they're not close by yet, and we can almost afford the sluice gate, which is kind of probably what we're going to need next. I think we just kind of need it all, but yeah, that's gonna just, let's make sure this is very high. I'm actually just gonna take these down to normal or high anyways, because it's not quite as important. Hoping this will get done. We don't have gears. Shoot. Okay. Well, we can pause that and we'll get a gear workshop or two going, and that should hopefully help that as well. Beaver wise, just one open job, so we do have some growing up, which is good. I think we're gonna need to make sure that we have housing here pretty soon. Over here would be good, but we need that scrap metal out of the way. That doesn't need to be there anymore. So what else? Yeah, I think that's basically gonna kind of be it. I just want to focus on this for now. We'll kind of worry about getting dynamite a little bit later, in terms of just like what we need for building the underground farm. I think it's gonna work well. I tested it on a different playthrough that I'm doing just on my own little fun time map, so, and it worked pretty good, so I was happy with that. But yeah, you know, it would be nice if we had a faster path up here as well, but eventually we can definitely look at getting some of the tubeways going, and now we can build tunnels. You know, we can put some stations and then tunnel kind of, you know, up and through or something like that, and you know, there's definitely options in terms of what we can do there. So we do have at least we can get the sluice now, so that's good. So we'll get that in there. That I'm just gonna set to open for now until it's ready to go. In the off chance we do get a bad tide, you know, it could be problematic to have that blocking everything. So for now, we'll just let them get that all built there. We got some gears coming in now, which is good. And lots of planks, so I'm not too worried about that. The gear should hopefully be coming here. I know we have this to build as well, but yeah, I think they're all... We have 13, so they should be coming up here pretty soon. And I'm surprised the scrap metal hasn't made its way into that either, but where is it stored? Is it just in there? Can we get a scrap metal storage up here in... And they haven't built these yet either. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some of our priorities. Let's get that there, and let's turn that into scrap metal so that it maybe will hopefully make its way up here or whatever. But power-wise, yeah, we have more than enough. What is this doing? 179 on its own, so this is also doing 179, so once they're finally joined, that'll be insane. Yeah, still waiting on log storage. Well, I'd rather have a surplus of goods than not. So, yeah, it's mostly this that I'm getting a little worried about. It looks like they can reach it still, which is good. But I need the metal blocks, so I really need this to get built. And I don't know where my gears are going. And they're just not grabbing them yet, so that's interesting. I don't know how they decide what gets built first, but I guess that's the problem, is I've kind of super high prioritized everything. I have 4 builders, right? Yeah, I do. Okay. 3 open jobs. Still need some more beavers. Well, maybe I need to turn down the priority on a bunch of stuff, so let's all turn this to high and turn those down as well. So again, we can't do anything without getting the smelter done, because then we won't have there we go. Looks like they're bringing stuff into that finally. Yeah, we won't have the sluice gate, which is what we need, and we need the metal blocks to cap this off. So once we put the overhangs across here, then we can put the impermeable floors, and the sluices and the overhang should block here. I don't think actually we need this at all. So I'll just take that out. Let me just make sure I don't... Yeah, we don't need that, because once this is sluice gates in there, then I'll be fine. So that'll save us some resources anyway, so... All this focus over some water. I know. How crazy. Kohlrabi's empty for the most part, but we've got Sava's hopefully coming. I really would like this to be done as well. So maybe we can just at least... Oh no, Sava's there, so I just need... I need ones for fermented cassava, which would be that one. So yeah, we'll do that, and let's go ahead and let's just super high prioritize 2 of them at least, so hopefully get that sorted. We've got, do we have anyone doing science? 2 at least. Okay, we've got a decent amount. These are set to normal priority, so those are sciencing away. 249, so that is enough to get the impermeable floor, so we'll unlock that as well. And we'll wait to place those. But yeah, so we're getting there. So the last thing we'll just need is the overhang. So it is day 10 of cycle 7, so I'm not entirely sure how much longer we're going to be able to get away with this, but yeah, in terms of, we've got, well, just 1 now, and construction lacking material. That needs gears. That'll eventually get done. This is taking a really long time. Yeah, I think they have so far to go, and I have no haulers, so I feel kind of bad because the scrap metal is literally all the way down here, which is not ideal. I mean, if they would just build this, then maybe that would make their lives a little bit easier. So yeah, we'll see. Well, why don't we, let's see, what could we do? I don't think I need to really have you guys sit through and watch a lot of this at the moment. We could just maybe get away with a little bit of time lapse, and you know, if I kind of set the camera here. Oh shoot, bad tide approaching. All right, oh, we need the metal. This needs to get done. Just like bring the scrap and the planks here. Like, I don't know why it's taking so long. Does it have all its gears at least? Is that... Gears are done. Alright, so gear workshops go off. That should get some more science and builders going. Oh god. It's gonna stress me out. Get that done. What could we... Well, we have the triple platforms unlocked, so we could build a lot of these instead. But I'm still gonna need at least an overhang for... yeah, so what can we do to prioritize? Well, the water's gonna come out of there and basically go through and kind of kill everything here. So we probably want to try and get as much of that food out as we can. So if I pause that, that gives us 2 workers. Do I have the ability to... well, it costs science to unlock a hauling post. Or a builder's hut, I should say. This will be fine up here, so let's just pause that and make sure that we got everyone sort of working on this as quick as they can. They're just putting some of the planks in. Once this is done, we'll set this workplace to very high as well. We're going to need more scrap metal. So we should probably get that unlocked as well. Get them going. It looks like we have some people working on it. I don't know where that scrap flag is, but... And I guess over here, try and get some of these trees cut down, but they're probably all going to die pretty fast. Well, this is going. So this is probably not going to end up working out. We're going to lose some stuff, which is so annoying, but you know, I'm hoping we can try and get everything that we can out of the ground. I should have taken up the working hours, so I might as well just do 24 and see if we can get what we can done. Yeah, that's not even getting enough pumping done to get water up there. Ah, man. Alright, so at least we're gonna have some food. We've got berries and fermented cassava, kohlrabi at least. We're gonna lose a lot of our kohlrabi, so let's just see if we can make sure that they at least harvest as much as they can and not really worry about replanting it there. The science, can I unlock, or is it 550 for the bigger overhang? Yeah, 550. I don't think the 2x1 is really going to do me any good, and I don't have any metal blocks to build any of it, so yeah, that's just going to be the way it goes, unfortunately. Alright, well, we'll get that closed at least. That should help slow things down a little bit anyways. And then, yeah, the bad water is going to come through there and over here, but at least no one should get contaminated because no one goes through the water down here. Yeah, and there's no paths. You can go away for now. Well, we'll pause this because we're not going to need that. We really needed maybe some more berry storage, which is unfortunate. I don't think we have that anywhere, so I hope we don't lose a bunch of our berries. This is only going to be one day, so yeah, well, did what we could. Yeah, they can't get through there, so I'm not worried about them getting contaminated there. Guess we'll just have to grin and bear it for now, and hopefully there won't be another bad tide anytime soon. It should hopefully flush out pretty fast once this water is all set to go, so I will take down their working hours so they at least can get some rest, because they're going to be busy beavers today. So let this clear out. I so wish I would have known that was there, but it is what it is. We'll get that water going through right away. Let that flush out the bad water as fast as possible. We'll get this forester unpaused. And I guess I'll just get one of those paused. We need the water going again right away. So that should all be okay. And we got a metal block, so that's going to start construction on at least a few things as well. And we almost have the 550 science, so then we can add in our overhangs. While we're sort of here, the deep water pump needs science as well, so never mind. It's like, well, we could start looking at getting dynamite going, but apparently not. Well, this is all dead, and that's not going to get replanted, so we might as well... Can I fit a large? Yeah. Well, in preparation for some other things, let's put a couple large industrial piles there, and then we'll put in maybe a small warehouse there, and then there, and there. And what we can also do is put in some ladders. So let's put a ladder there, and then the ladder, let's just do there. And then we can maybe do some more vertical storage there at least, or something. I don't know, but we can get some planks, and we'll get some scrap there, and we will get gears, and let's do berries and kohlrabi, and I guess maybe fermented cassava as well. Get that in the building queue at least. And we have the science finally, so again, we're gonna make sure we get this sealed off though as quick as possible. So we'll put the overhang across there, and then we will do, where is it, landscaping, permeable floors there, and then we'll set this all as very high. They should be able to get that done pretty quick for the most part. We do have path there. I guess I could have put a platform there for some... Yeah, the builders can reach it. They can walk, so that should be no problem there. I might just have to pause the impermeable floors just so that they can get all those overhangs done by walking on them. So, got the metal coming. Unconnected building. Unconnected in what way? Do I need to put path under there? There we go. Alright, so that at least we'll get some planks going into there. Housing wise, we got 5 more beds left. Once this scrap is hopefully out of the way, that'll be fine. We got another water tank at least, but I think we're also going to need more water pumping here pretty soon. So yeah, that might take some platforms. So let's get maybe right here. Why not? At least we'll have some water up here as well, so we'll get that in there. So our builders are going to be busy. We do have some science to unlock another builder's hut, so we could see somewhere to put that. Maybe even just put it. Just needs to go somewhere, right? So we can just stack that there. Don't come for me in the comments, please, about how ugly that looks, but you know, we'll put that there. But then in terms of priority, maybe we'll just say this, and that. We have a couple beavers who aren't working right now, so we could see what really needs to be done. We could probably get them working in there again. Get some more cassavas out pretty soon. We've only got 10 fermented. We have a couple stored, but yeah, I think things are looking okay. Yeah, we just need to get these not the impermeable floor, the overhang. So that one just needs metal blocks and logs. That one, yeah, same thing. So they're super high priority, so they'll be done soon. It is day 5 already, so I'm getting a little nervous that we might get another. Might take the working hours up just 2 more hours just to give us a little bit more of a chance. Hopefully, if there's another bad tide. But happy with how the colony is working. They probably can't reach this now. Yeah, that was my bad. Well, we'll figure out a solution for that a little bit later. Yeah, actually, no, we need a solution for that now. Bye. I prioritize. Yeah, they're still not going to be able to get those resources out of there. But I need the power now, so I don't know if we can do a little trick of trying to get them to just bounce around somewhere else. They might be able to pick them up from there. So there we go. Problem solved. That's probably why we're a little lacking in metal blocks right now. So get this done super high prioritized as well. I didn't want to be that guy who super high prioritizes everything, but unfortunately it seems like it's going to play out that way. So let's make sure we got that going again as well. How's everything else looking? Well, we didn't lose a lot of berries, which is good, but I think if we have an extended, yeah, if we have an extended bad tide, we're going to have problems there. So I think the main thing is just hoping that we can get these overhangs done as quick as possible. So that has no metal blocks in it yet. And that one just needs one more. So now that the full power is in here, this should run a lot smoother, which is good. So scrap metal we have is just getting it up here, which it looks like it's there. I think a hauling post is almost in our future. Science wise, let's see. Well, I actually really wanted to use the hydroponic gardens. And I think that's going to be a good option for us because we can ferment the mushrooms once they're ready. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to that instead of going for dynamite for now. We will, I promise we will get there. I just want to make sure that we don't have, you know, major issues with other things. So I'm going to go ahead and put, is that a 4x4 or is it a 3x3? Hydroponic garden. Yeah, that's a 3x3. Again, this is going to take our lovely metal blocks as well, but again, not the prettiest, but until we can kind of get a little more stable in the food production, if we can at least get that in there, and we'll have this set to mushrooms. Eventually what we can do is we can try and sort of, I don't know, either how much power. Yeah, we could try and get another fermenter up here, one that's dedicated to mushrooms, and something like that, then that'll help us out for sure. Those are all planted, which is good. They're planting now, which is also good. So we do have 310 food, but yeah, all that stuff is going to help us. It's just taking its time sort of getting finished. I can go ahead and unpause those impermeable floors because it looks like this is the last overhang to go, which is almost done. So hopefully in the next few days we will be safe. So why don't I go ahead and go into that time lapse I was talking about earlier now, and hopefully we don't get a bad time cycle warning anytime soon. Alright, so we have our drought approaching, and we have now finished this. So let's go ahead and zoom in and just make sure this actually works. So I'm going to close it. Don't see any water coming out. Looks like it just goes to the top. Now when it goes bad tide, it may still contaminate a bunch of stuff, but I think because it's such a small source, hopefully we'll be okay. Yeah, at some point, maybe way in the future, we can blast this down and surround it with something else. Or they have. It's not. I think it's. Where is it hiding? Irrigation barrier. Yeah, we put irrigation barriers around it as well. That is an option. But yeah, that's basically the biggest construction projects kind of out of the way now. We got some more water coming in. I've added an extra water pumper. This is basically just waiting for the metal blocks, but I'd really like to see about getting a hauling post somewhere as well. I did pause the builder's hut because they just don't really have anything to build at the moment. So let's just slow things down. Let's just take inventory of where we're at, and I think honestly, we just need a hauling post. So let's just put it here. Again, it's not the best place for it, but until we can kind of get this colony pretty stable, I think that's going to be the best option there. I would like to maybe replant some of the trees over here as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and put down a forester, I think right there. And we'll put that together there. So I'm going to go ahead and unpause that for now. So we'll get a couple extra builders. And then when it comes to haulers, no priority. We'll set this to low as well, and we'll start with just maybe 2, and we'll replace our builders, I think, that are there. But yeah, this hydroponic garden, once it's ready to go, pretty close, just needs the metal blocks. But yeah, right now this holds scrap metal. It should be set to obtain, but there's no haulers, so unfortunately no one's really bringing it up here until the stuff down here gets filled, which I think I built scrap metal storage down here. Yeah, so might be. But yeah, we're in a drought right now, so that's actually a good thing, surprisingly enough. But plus, this is now capped off and quite deep. So I mean, this could almost could have been, you know, a good reservoir. But I think what we could do eventually, again, is with the tunnels, is we could try and blast some sort of bad tide like diversion out, so that eventually we can maybe pipe everything through and then just off the map using tunnels, again, an option. So, you know, there's definitely ways to get, you know, things done. I'll pause those because that's not doing anything in any of these things right now. So now that this is done, got 4 extra beavers, so let's put in some haulers and try and get some stuff at least moving around the map a little bit easier. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much they could really do because we need power. So until this drought is kind of over, that's probably going to be the main thing. Let's see, we've got 1,000 science. So we're getting close to everything that we need. We're going to have to unlock landscaping. We're gonna need the explosive factory. That's 400. That's 1,000 there, and then this is another 2,000. Plus, we need to get a deep water bad pump. So that one we can do at least. And that'll give them something to do over here. So let's put in a set of stairs there, and then we'll need some platforms again to put this deep water bad pump on. Can I put you there? I can. Put that actually back the other way. Rotate, flip. There. And that tree is going to be in the way, so that's going to need to be marked for demolition. We'll get that out of the way, and we'll get our path down here. And then we'll put down another double platform, which can be the door. So they'll get to work on that. So at least we'll get some Badwater going as well. And then storage-wise, I think for now, we can just put a small tank, get this other tree out of the way as well. And they can work on that there. And this forester is up, so I should probably get that going. So we'll plant some oaks up here as well to have a good wood supply going. And we may migrate this across to here as well eventually. What I should probably do is put a sluice down here, which I don't know if I can get over there at the moment. But it would be nice to have a sluice there to maybe hold in water or something. I don't want to put a dam because now that bad tides are a thing, you know. We're all out of water, so that didn't really go as planned there. So I might... Well, the berries should survive. We should have enough, I guess, other irrigated land around here, so that'll bring us some more workers. So take that up to 10. And the builder hut, I guess I could take to 4. I'll just low prioritize those workplaces again, so when water comes back, I'm gonna pause that one so we don't run out of water there either. What else could we get them really to work on? I think that's gonna kind of mostly be it, if I'm honest. We really just need the science to keep going. So let's see, we can go into landscaping. We'll go ahead and unlock the explosives factory. I have no idea where this is going to go yet. And oh, it needs extract as well. Okay. Well, we're going to need a centrifuge, which I believe is in the science, and number cruncher would be really handy right about now. No, it's not there. Power, metal, water, probably water. Centrifuge is 600. And this is going to need power. So our industrial area is already getting pretty clogged up as it is, but we could put that maybe here and somehow get some power over to it, or even here actually would work. Well, we could generate some more power by, let's see, let's get a levee here, and then we can put in some power wheels to there, and then I can put a platform there, and then we could put yeah, we could probably get some stairs back down there again, right there, just so our builders have something to do, I think. And then I'm gonna need stairs back up onto that now that you built that platform. Get those built. So that's gonna hook into there. Let's put a power shaft. I'm gonna do a T1 there so that we can get everything connected. There and there. And then I think another quad one will go there as well. I'm gonna pause that. I'm gonna put a straight power shaft there. Pause that as well. And I think I'm going to do... we're quite low on food, so maybe I don't want to... yeah, unfortunately we can't ferment any of that. Yeah, I need to make sure I get those berries out. Water, we should be okay. We're almost done this drought. But yeah, we could put a lot of power here. I just don't want to lose these berries yet. Or we could run shafts maybe even down to over here or something. Could probably work. That, my friend, you are going to be Badwater. And another one. You are also going to be Badwater. And then we'll get a path into there as well. And this drought can't end fast enough. I have a homeless beaver, but I have 11 open beds. So I don't really know how that adds up. Sure they'll figure it out. Stranded. Ah, how did that happen? Oh, I'm gonna have to lose so much stuff to rescue you. Okay. Go on, get out of there. There we go. Thank you. Alright, well, I guess we'll go back to building one of those at a time, so we'll put that back there. Let them work on that. Yeah, let's just fast forward again. Let's get to this next wet season, because that should get our power back. So I'm going to unpause that. That fermenter needs to get going ASAP. We're going to need water as well, so I'll unpause all the log pumpers. And then we'll just kind of see how that impacts the jobs. We have lots of planks, so that's good. We have lots of scrap metal, so I'm going to pause that for now. And I think the other one's right here. Okay, water's coming back. We don't really have any food. This I'm going to prioritize by haulers. This one I'm going to unpause and prioritize by haulers. And our power should be getting through here shortly. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure this gets all connected there. And another one should be able to go there now. Come on, food. Yeah, this is going to be a big thing. This I'm actually going to super prioritize now as well. That is just waiting for water to get high enough, and then it should start... Oh, it's closed. Open. Get water coming out of there as well. Good thing I had that looked at. Yeah, so... a bit skinny on the food, not gonna lie. They should be harvesting... I'm gonna switch... you. Oh, you're harvesting. Okay, that's good. So it's gonna be a little skinny on the food. The berries should start to grow again here pretty quick as well. Yeah, I just don't want to lose any beavers. Trying really hard not to. I had a feeling when my population was getting so big that this could be a problem, which is why we're hopefully going to try and get this underground whatchamacallit going as quick as possible. This is making lots of power now, which is great. Let's see. We put in doubles there, and then centrifuge can go there. These connect power? That's good to know. I just need to get under there somehow. So remove those stairs. And then I'm going to need a upward power shaft. And then a downward power shaft. Get those built in there. And then I'm going to need the same thing over here. Upward power shaft. I'm gonna have to unlock the vertical power shaft, and then hopefully the downward power shaft. I'm not getting the connection symbol, so I don't know. Go there? No, it doesn't. Well, if I do vertical, that could go into there, and that should conduct the power. It's a bit heinous to build it that way, but might be all we really get. Hopefully get the centrifuge going. I wanted to connect the power some other way, but yeah, it's just food's coming in, which is good. Oh, this is done. This is great. Okay, so that should be good to go. Haulers we still have. I don't need you working there anymore. Actually, I do, because I haven't had these get replaced properly yet. Oh, they are planted. You don't really have much to cut down. You need to get going. These don't need to run. That can come back. Yeah, looking pretty good. Someone's in here getting Badwater. So, science 437. So, what do I still have to unlock? This. We have the extract going. So, just basically this basic dynamite, and then centrifuge needs to get done. Terrible place for it. I know. I 100% know. But, do what you gotta do. That's all built there, so now we can take that away. And we can run our power shafts down to about there at least, and then we'll kind of have to micromanage it a little bit. If I pause the centrifuge there real quick, sorry that was really loud, and put a platform, you're not going to be able to reach that. Put one there, and then pause that as well. They should be able to step on that stuff to kind of finish those other ones, which will be good. So I can actually go ahead and put those in at least. I'll pause that one for just a second. Don't tempt the beavers with a good time of getting themselves stuck. There we go. Alright. So power-wise, yeah, that's generating a fair amount. It'd probably be better if I actually took out this power wheel and just put more levies down the middle, but you know, we'll get there in due time. This is steaming along, and I finally don't really need metal at the moment. These are 20% there, so once those mushrooms start coming out, we're gonna need to ferment them. I'm trying to prioritize that by haulers, and I think this one I'm gonna pause, and then we'll switch it to fermented mushrooms, and that'll be a little bit of a distance to go, but yeah, we're gonna need storage for all that stuff as well. So I can put something else up here in my atrocious thing I built here, but we'll put regular mushrooms. No, actually, let's just do fermented and fermented mushrooms here, and we will find some storage for mushrooms up here as well, and then we can prioritize that by haulers. So let's actually just put that to mushrooms, that to mushrooms, and prioritize by haulers, and just set that to accept thing there. And yeah, that should work pretty good. Don't have any berries at the moment. Kohlrabies are coming out of the ground. Food. It's okay. No one has died of starving, which is good. All right, so I think we're in a good place. We're getting so close to the tunnels that it's going to really save us, I think, because I can basically just plant a bunch of food under this whole area here. And because we had the Badwater diversion, so that'll really save us. So I have hope. Badwater's full. Can I get power here somehow, and then put the dynamite factory here? I think that's the last thing we'll look at, and then I'll end this end this episode that's been going on for a while. Not really. I think it'd be another good thing to maybe put over here. Can't get required materials. Oh, shoot, okay. Get those going again. Unconnected building. Well, you should have a path there, and you don't. But whatever. Injured beaver, only one. Can't get materials. Yeah, just planks. That was my bad. Not paying attention. Yeah, getting power. There is power here. That's not going to be enough space. Oh, I really would hate to do this, and I know everyone would probably hate to watch me do this as well, but can I fit it, like... Can I fit it around here and then do something atrocious with power? I don't think this is going to give 360. This needs 200, and that's 250. And this takes 150, so that's not going to be enough power. So somewhere down here is going to be good. Do have lots of berry bushes up here. Are these close? Sort of. The only other option would be maybe try and put something down here and then try and run power this way as well, but what I could actually do is, again, something a little atrocious, but is instead of putting that there, and I put it there instead. Yes, and then I just have to take out. Okay. So that's going to go there. That is going to go away. That's going to go away. That's going to go away. That I can actually unpause now. Because, yeah, they can build those. It'll sit there. It'll transmit power to that, or it should. And everyone will be happy. I don't need these stairs anymore. We'll put in another double. And that can go... Oh, that's going up too high. Ladder it is. There we go. And that'll connect that to there. So that should work pretty good. So that'll be our dynamite. That should start up soon. I do have 6 open jobs. Yeah, like that doesn't need to be running anymore, I don't think. No. Yes. So I am happy there. These are halfway there, so those will be ready to go soon as well. In the meantime, I need this running again. And yeah, we'll just prioritize that by haulers so that we can get the food out. But it seems like I'm going to dip right as we're starting to run out of food. But I think we're going to be in not too bad shape as soon as they get the rest of that food out of there. So I'm going to call it there for now. And in the next episode, we will get our underground farm ready. So stay tuned for that. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.